Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? Just wanted to point out that I figured out why my camera is starting without my knowledge. My videos are starting. It's because I wave my hand apparently, and the palm is what sets it off. And I bet a lot of you know that, and I didn't. But that's it, because I just did the experiment, and that's totally what happened, is it started. Anyway, welcome to the movie Marquee challenge for 2024. That means a couple of things. One, I have to tell you what the movie Marquee is in case it's your first time here. I also have to remember to make a 2024 playlist because there was I believe, an original playlist, and there was definitely a 2023 playlist that I got almost all of our videos on. The 2024 playlist should be linked below by the time you guys see this. What is the movie Marquee challenge? You may be asking. If it is your first time here, welcome, by the way. So the movie Marquee challenge is something that, this is now the third year that I have done it. The first year, Sandy from Crochet Canada came up with the idea. She passed it along to me to do because it was her and I. And so last year, I did it with Samantha from Amethyst Craftworks and Bella from Bella's Crochet Gifts. Both of those ladies will be linked down below because they're doing it again with me this year. So hello, ladies. Make sure that you check their channels out, not only for the movie Marquee challenge, but also because they're awesome content creators. They have lots of yarny goodness and awesome things to share. Bella does a ton of other crafts. Samantha's also crafty. She does other crafts as well. Samantha does a little of the spooky things that I am drawn to, so some of you may also be interested in. Like she has hauls from Vampire Freaks, and things like of that nature. She does Halloween hauls at Halloween time, different things. So, and like Bella does everything crafty, it feels like, and she's good at all of them, or so it seems. So you definitely want to check her out. She dyes her own yarn. She just did an advent calendar for me for Vlogmas. So I got to open up my very own Bella advent calendar that was Stranger Things related. I loved every second of it. I'm way off course with the introduction of these two ladies, though. The movie Marquee challenge is at the beginning of the year, which would be now. We had pre-selected movies. The year Sandy and I did it, it was 6 apiece, but now that there's 3 of us ladies doing it, it's 4 apiece. We're taking turns. This month is going to be my month. Next month will be Bella's month, I believe, and then Samantha's month, and then it'll rotate back to me. And we take turns picking at random. So like this month, I will pick, and I'm picking. I have all my movies in here in my cauldron that I used, I think I used it both years, that Damon had bought me. So there's my little witch cauldron. And when I draw it, I will show you guys the poster. My brain restarted, but it's booting up slowly, I think. I will show you guys the movie poster. And from that, we will draw inspiration to make a project, okay? The 3 of us are doing that, and we invite you guys to do it as well. My Facebook group is linked down below, where the other ladies also check in and see what you guys are up to, what you guys post, because I don't think Samantha has a group of her own, and I think Bella's is more of like a private page of her own. It's not like a social group. So we're all using mine anyway, where they both are. And so if you want all 3 of us to see something, that's the place. And yeah, like I said, we're inviting everybody to make something along A lot of people have do like charity work, are using it to draw the colors off of the posters just for combinations they hadn't thought of for their charity blankets, charity hats and scarves, different things like that. The project it's the sky's the limit, whatever you can imagine. Some people are going to do like a blanket and just do like a square, just keep it really simple. Just keep everything simple, you know, and do a square, and at the end of the year join the squares. Some people, I guess I didn't officially talk to her, I'm only assuming, but I think Bella is doing a full blanket a month. She did last year. I think that's what she's doing this year. I could be very wrong. I know Samantha and I had discussed projects, and we were both talking about just keeping it really like simple for the two of us, since both of us have been like stressing. Basically, she's much further ahead with her project for our 2023 than I am, by the way. So the elephant in the room, really quick also, notice there was no December update from me for the movie Marquee for 2023. So while I was on my mitten making extravaganza, I didn't finish my tile at all, you guys, not at all. So that project is going with me into the new year. I still have almost all of my tiles done and needing to just be joined for the most part. So it's going to be completed. I promise it's going to be completed this year. But it's not yet. So that's a thing. Yeah, so that's why we're keeping it simple. Samantha is much further ahead with her cardigan for 2023 than me for my blanket. But she's also been feeling the stress of not completing it. And so like, yeah, we're both just searching for something. And I think I mentioned in one other like of my Vlogmas videos that oddly enough, it felt like was more complete doing a blanket, like a full blanket a month, even if it was a small blanket or whether it was a big blanket. And I don't know why that is, except for maybe it was each month was something different. And with the tiles that I just did, every month was the same. I don't know other than that. But it is what it is. So this time around, I'm not going to do like the repetitive, unless I do like a granny square. I don't know. At the time that I am making this video, I haven't decided yet. So I guess the first update will be when we all find out what I've been doing with the movie Marquee project. It's going to be a great mystery until then. But without further ado, I do have my cauldron here, and I do have 4 movies in here. I doubt very much that you can tell with a sneak peek like this what's in them. Sorry, my rings are probably going to clink. I'm going to try really hard not to let them. I'm mixing it up just a little bit. Don't worry, Stranger Things is not in here because it's not a movie. I should do like a year-long make-along for Stranger Things too, though. Like I have Stranger Summer that turns into like an 80s based make-along. But like I should do like a inspirational screenshot or picture from or character or something a month. That would be so cool, right? Oh, we should do that. You guys, anyway, that's not the point of this video. That's not the point. Okay. So we're mixing, sorry. On screen, we're mixing. We're going to pick, I think I got only one. We're going to pick this one. All right. What did we get? Yes. I don't know why I'm this excited. I love all of my picks equally. Maybe not equally, but I do love all of my picks, or they wouldn't be my picks. So this one is Rock of Ages. And I have to ask you guys, have you seen this movie? I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this. Okay, if you haven't seen this movie, let me show you the movie poster right here. I find it quite colorful, as are the characters in this movie. If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor and watch it. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. I have it on DVD. I've had it on DVD forever. I love it. If that hasn't been said, okay. I know everybody basically loves comedies. I would say I'm that person that really doesn't love comedies. I'll watch them, but you know me, you know, horror and suspense and thrillers, that's my thing. Drama, crime drama, even like that kind of stuff. That's me, right? I'm very violent based, I guess. But comedy is not my comfort go-to type. Like a fantasy is, even, you know, fantasy, but comedy's not really like what I reach for, right? Rock of Ages is one of the funniest movies. It's basically, yes, it's fictitious, but it's kind of what you expect like the 80s rock star life to kind of also be, or maybe like the 90s where the 80s were kind of washing out a little bit, but people were still really into it. And like I'm not gonna go through the whole movie, but like there's basically like a girl who wants to you know, go be famous in, I don't remember if it's in LA. I feel like it takes place at the Whiskey, if I remember right, and the Whiskey's in LA, right? So I think it's in LA. But she basically wants to, you know, like go to Hollywood and be a star and sing and this and that in a band, and she ends up working at the Whiskey and she gets a boyfriend and he also sings, of course, because it's a musical, you know, it's like a musical comedy. And there's a rock star, Stacey Jacks, who's played by Tom Cruise, who I'm pretty sure it's his actual singing voice. And if I'm right, he sings so well. Like Tom Cruise is like a hidden gem in singing, you know, if that's his voice, because he sounds amazing. Tom Cruise was built for 80s rock, I guess, because he's a very like Axl Rose type of, or like Bret Michaels from the 80s. Like he's very that kind of figure, like a burnt out rock star trying to get back into the game, you know, that kind of thing. And it's just, it's so good. There's like Catherine Zeta-Jones is in it, and she's this, she's a bad girl, really. She's a bad girl, but she puts on this farce of being like just this godly woman, this churchly godly woman who's very against the sins of rock and roll and how it's destroying the public. And she's speaking out against it, and she's doing like this women's club thing where they speak out against it. And there's like this, like one of the most epic scenes in the movie is this like rock song battle between the two of them, like between Catherine Zeta-Jones and her like Christian womanhood sisters. I don't remember what they're called, but like it's a group, you know, PTA women, very churchy. And then they're on one side of the street and they're protesting because I think it's the night Stacey Jacks is showing up to play at the Whiskey. And there's all the rock fans and the owners of the nightclub, which the owners of the nightclub are this couple. And it's Russell Brand, the comedian, and what's his name? Alec Baldwin. They're a couple and they own the Whiskey. And Russell Brand is very outspoken, and they're doing like a rock battle where the girls are singing one song. I think they're singing "We're Not Gonna Take It." You know, we're not gonna take. I don't want to, but the song, you know, Twisted Sister. And then on this side of the street are all the rocker guys, and they're singing Jefferson Starship. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. You know, okay. And it's the funniest. It's the funniest movie. Like, I highly recommend it. I don't know if the movie poster's still there. I may have taken it down at this point, but it's so funny. It's horrendously funny. I used to watch it like almost every night. Like, it's that funny. Like, just come home, relax, watch Rock of Ages. It's hilarious. I cannot say enough good things. So, even if you don't watch it, hopefully you like my pick and you do at least like the colors. I think I may not know like my exact pattern. I may not know exactly what I make yet. I actually have a thought, but I'm not going to share it until I see if I have the yarn to do so. But I think all my stuff this year is going to go to the NOAA project, which is in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So it's fairly close to here. And it is a pet shelter, and every winter they ask for just blankets, mats, things like that for the pets, for their kennels, to keep them warm, or to just, lay at the bottom of things. And I talked to them a while ago about donating some things, and I didn't make the 2023 donation that I wanted to make. And come to find out, the dogs that I was sponsoring at the time, I found them in this app game called the Treat app. And if you play this little board game on the app, this is not sponsored, by the way, but you play this little like board game with your adopted dog. You can actually send them the food, or it sends, if it's the free version, it only sends treats. But if you sponsor the dog, it sends like actual meals worth of food, which I think is so cool. So I sponsored 2 of the dogs on there. I don't feel like I can handle 3. That, or taking care of 3 dogs in the game, because they're like little Sims pets. Like, you have to keep them happy, and you have to, I think when you sponsor them, you can't actually let them go to 0 and lose them. But, I don't want my dog to go to 0, regardless whether I lose them or not. So I just stay at 2, but my 2 anyway, sad moment for me, because I was hoping to meet them when I did my donations, but they both got adopted. So happy moment for them. And, the game basically just picks a new dog for you when each one gets adopted. So I'd have 2 new dogs right now, and I'm going to make blankets for them also. So I'm pretty excited. They said if I had a certain dog in mind for a certain blanket, they would make sure that they got that blanket. So I'm very happy about that. But yeah, I think they're going to, and like I said, if it's a stressful month that I have to make a small project, they're looking for like cat mats and things like that too, or like really small blankets, just for the cat. I don't care if a cat uses it to scratch up or something, if that's, what's needed. So be it, it's for them. It's whatever their needs are for it. So, but yeah, I think that's what my donations are going to go for. And then I considered making also like a square or a few squares or what have you, just to end up with at the end of the year with like a blanket that's like a memory for me. Just for me of Samantha and Bella and all of you guys who participated, because I thought that would be fun too. But still get some donations in for the NOAA project. And I had mentioned in the Vlogmas video that way, like, I'm not putting it out there to like ask for donations, but like, I will have my donation set for the end of this year then, with this going on. And should anybody want to make a donation and send it my way, I will take it with me when I go. So yeah, that being said, that's all I got. Make sure to check Samantha and Bella's channels within the next day or 2. I think they'll probably have a video up reacting to the movie, and maybe even discussing their plans for what they're about to do too. Yeah, and it's the beginning of the year, so clean slate, no pressure, and I really hope you guys are inspired to join along. It's been a lot of fun, and I know a lot of people like check in to see what movie we're doing and do along with us and everything. So hopefully you guys are wanting to do that. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with throughout the year. But on that note, I'm going to attempt to see if my little clicker will work. Here's hoping. Otherwise, you're going to see my finger. All right. I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.